Hi there. Uh, this week, I'm thinking about this AI bubble, which, as many of you know, I'm a strong proponent for AI diffusion, particularly in the US. So, by diffusion, I mean the use of AI in companies to solve real problems. So, not just building foundation models, but really getting them out there to solve problems in real companies in the real world. But to some extent, a bubble is all about psychology. And I think we're entering a phase where the psychology is definitely turning. So you can see that from mainstream business media coverage. Lots more people are openly talking about a bubble. And this bubble, of course, the spending cycle is reflexive in the George Soros sense. So the high stock prices allow companies to raise capital, which then they use to buy chips and rent data center capacity. And this generates revenue for the infrastructure providers, which then supports their stock prices, which enables more capital uh, raising, right? So we're in this cycle. But if the stock prices start declining and venture capital and the debt markets start closing, then suddenly this entire spending cycle uh, is in doubt. And a lot of that will depend on psychology, right? So financial markets are fundamentally about uh, psychology, and so I'm just worried that the sentiment is slowly turning, and and the momentum for a bubble actually bursting is growing. And so one other thing, a couple of other things I want to point out is that the quality of the demand for AI compute is frequently compared to kind of fiber optic demand during the dot-com era. But I think that's a bit of a misnomer because back in the 2000 dot-com crash, the real spenders were profitable Fortune 500 companies, right? So the Coca-Cola's, General Electrics of the world building out their networks, not the dot-com startups really. Uh, but today, a lot of the spending is being driven by unprofitable companies. Um, I mean, primarily OpenAI and Anthropic come to mind, right? So they are generating a lot of revenue, but fundamentally still unprofitable. So as we ponder the possibility of this AI bubble bursting, one thing to keep in mind is that the ultimate beneficiaries may not be these high-flying tech startups, but might be the enterprises deploying AI, uh, AI applications and AI foundation models to cut costs and improve productivity. So Walmart, for example, has 6 or 7 consecutive quarters of margin improvement, which they attribute primarily to AI adoption and integration. So anyway, I don't want to be a downer, but yeah, start thinking about the possibility that the AI bubble will burst sometime in 2026. And you can follow more of my work by subscribing to my newsletter at gradientflow.substack.com.